and welcome back to the 2015 SHUKC All-Star Game. This is the Boys All-Stars. I'm Zach Fisher here alongside with Casey Jones. We would like to thank our sponsors, which is Legends Toyota, Dustin and Anna Zek, who sponsored the three-point contest, Gorilla Exteriors Contracting, who sponsored the dunk contest, and Serenity Counseling and Wellness Centers. To the silent donors that are always supporting SHUKC, thank you as well. And you know, this promises to be a very, very, very exciting matchup between these two boys teams, as all these teams in the KVL and the KCAL had some great success throughout the year. Wouldn't you agree, Casey?
Very much so. On the KVL side, you had Piper make a run at Baser, but Baser was able to prevail and go all the way to the 4A state championship. Turner was a tough out in their sub-state as well. Lansing, as always, with their head coach over there, Briggs, he's done a phenomenal job, a great job over there at building that program and making it what it is today.
Phenomenal. All right. But anyways, man, there's quite an atmosphere here. I'm looking forward to this after a good game between the girls All-Stars, as the KVL girls were able to prevail there. A little side note here, Pat Muldoon is not participating in this game, and we also have Brendan Dotson from Bonner Springs was not able to be here, so he is replaced. I believe, who is he replaced by, Casey?
Trayvon Jones.
Okay, from Piper. And both teams have some height on them. I believe the KVL most likely has the advantage in the height factor. Now that would probably be a little different if Pat Muldoon was here as well, the big 6'7" kid from Baser Linwood. And once again, we have Vernon coaching the KCAL and David Brox coaching the KVL. Brox is up 1-0 right now, and KVL owns all the bragging rights so far. So the KCAL will try to even it out here in the boys game. And also a reminder, we are playing two 20-minute halves, exactly like college basketball would be. So they are getting 8 more minutes of playing time than they would see in a regular high school matchup. And these are all seniors, and this is their last game of basketball they're going to play in high school. That was all the introductions, and we are getting close to game time here. The KBL will proceed to go get their picture taken. I'm telling you right now, this should be a very impressive game between both teams. Very fast pace of all these teams have been. And all their, these are mostly the team's star players, obviously, since it is the all-star game. A bunch of leaders of their team. It's going to be very interesting to see how all these, leaders basically combine to see if they can make like the KVL's girls all-star team was and make a really good team. Expect to see a lot of high scoring, obviously.
I'm really excited to see how the bigs match up on each team down low, or if this is going to be a type of outside shooting game.
It's easy to argue either way because both teams are very balanced in both categories. Here we have the tip.
Stolen away by Esquina right away. He gets it to go right off the tip.
And that's one thing you have to like about Esquina from Piper, watching him for several games. You just notice he hustles. He never stops. He does everything for his team possible to try to win.
Abbott now takes the three. Can't answer back from Bass's three, and now Bass will push it up for the KCAL and take another three. Won't get it to fall. And Esquina there with a nice save up to Banks. Now Serta will take the three for the KVL. Won't go. Kenneth Banks there for the putback. Layup won't go. Esquina there for the rebound. Abbott up ahead to Kenneth Banks. Banks gets another layup to go.
And right away in the first about minute and a half, you got three-pointers, you got fast breaks. Just a very fast-paced game.
Bass with the nice pass inside. He can't get it to go. And that one will fall for Hall. And now Abbott slipped, takes a shot, won't go. Serta tried to get the rebound, but it was taken away from him. Now Hall takes another shot, misses badly. And now Banks will walk it up for the KVL.
The key to this game is which team is going to stay consistent with scoring baskets, as we definitely saw that in the girls all-star game. That's how the KVL was able to pull away.
Three is short, and Abbott gets it stolen away from him around the mid-court line, and now off-balance shot won't go for the KCAL. Serta gives it off to Banks. Banks is fouled. So he'll be going to the line to shoot 2.
And talking about Kenneth Banks, the duo he had with Trevor Young at Lansing, just two big guys, and made a great duo during the season.
And a large part of their success this season was based off Trevor and Kenneth.
And talking about Kenneth again, nothing is more dangerous than a big guy that can shoot, as he was in the three-point contest and the dunk contest for the KVL.
Bass with the ball for the KCAL, dribbling around up top, will kick it off. Step back shot now in to Hall. Gets a nice fadeaway shot to go. Here, 16:45. We're all tied up at 7. Vince Esquina working against Hall, will drive, is fouled. Save is on the floor, so the KVL will have the ball under the basket. Esquina for 3.
And Esquina is just deadly from three-point range. Finalist in the three-point contest, along with Abbott from Lansing.
Ball almost stolen away. Holiday takes the 3, sinks it.
Great shot there, and these teams are just going back and forth. No team willing to give in yet.
Abbott couldn't get the free throw to go. Now the KCAL will push the ball up ahead. Blocked.
Darnell Miller, too, goes up and gets it. I'm telling you, he is one heck of an athlete from Turner High School. A great football player and basketball player during his senior year.
They'll give Darnell a little bit of isolation here. He'll take the 3.
Darnell asking for a little bit of foul there, and looks like Brox will keep the same rotation he did for the girls' all-star game. He has a 5 even. He has 10 on his team, so he can roll 5 and then another 5 in. And Vernon doesn't quite have that luxury, but he's got a deeper bench this game with one more player.
Another 3 from the KCL. Good. By McNeil. Now Jordan Guest will try to answer back with one of his own. He banks it in.
The bank is open on Friday at around 8:15 p.m., apparently.
Bass pulls up at the elbow. Gets it to fall.
And I just feel like we're watching right and left. Basket, basket, basket. Back and forth.
Sweeto drives. Almost had his pocket picked. Young and unable to handle the pass, and it'll go back to the KCAL.
It'll also be interesting for the winning team who emerges as the MVP of this game.
Rashawn Chambers from Atchison High School got that basket to go on the KCAL end. Trevor Young now gives it off to Carl Hecht. They'll feed Young back in the post once again. Cross court to Trayvon Jones. Now Sweeto will drive, go at the runner, can't get it to fall. Now the KCAL has numbers. Stolen away by Guess. That was an impressive steal. And now Young can't find the handle. Sweeto finds it. Trayvon Jones tries the three, but it won't go. Bass will take the three short. The Holiday is there for the putback for the KCAL. We'll feed Trevor Young inside once again. Loses his footing and he'll be called for a travel.
Trevor Young was trying to force that basket attempt. Smarter move might have been to kick it out.
Bass with a nice pass underneath, won't go. Trevor Young with the nice block.
Making himself known, making up for that travel down on the other end. That's just going back to Trevor Young and Kenneth Banks being a duo there for Lansing. And the only other duo I can think of is Carson Fligger and Pat Muldoon from Bayshore Linwood regarding to height.
Drive to the middle of the paint. Layup will go for Nunnally from Wyandotte High School.
This KCAL team is showing out right now.
Sweeto thought about the three. Will go with the runner. Won't go. Carl Hecht battling underneath and is stolen away by Serta here, and Serta gets the layup to go.
You also want to watch Sweeto from three, as he is a threat and has been in his 4 years from Tonganoxie High School.
Bass drives, gets the reverse layup to go.
This KVL does not know how to respond to this KCL speed coming from this squad.
Serta with the circus shot and gets it to go. Wow. Impressive shot from the Bishop Ward senior. Now another steal for the KVL. Guess up ahead is fouled. So he'll be at the line to shoot two.
Vernon has a sub coming in for the KCAL team. And Brox is going away from his five-man rotation, trying to get the best five he can in right now. And obviously you can't do the same philosophies in every game as you would like. The ideal thing would be to rotate 5 minutes, as Casey mentioned earlier in the girls' all-star game, like Kentucky did. But since this game is much closer, you need your best five out there.
Layup will go for McNeil. Serta drives. Can't get the runner to go. Now the KCAL has numbers. Holiday. All of a sudden, the KCAL has a 9-point lead here. 11-10 left in the first half. Abbott misses with the long three. Guess with the rebound. Serta with the step back. Can't get it to fall.
And you know, reason why the KCAL is so ahead is because they're sharing the ball. You know, they're playing as a team, and the KVL right now is playing some me basketball. You know, they got to really come together as a team if they really want to be able to overcome the KCAL.
Shot won't go for KCAL, and Abbott up ahead to Banks, but Banks was on the baseline, and it'll go back to the KCAL. And I think that's what David Brox is doing here with his substitution is he's trying to find that team chemistry, I guess you could say, the five that flow the best together.
That's definitely the challenge, and that's the luxury that actual high school coaches have is when they're getting the team. They have a couple of weeks before their first game to figure out which best five is for them, and Brox and Vernon got to figure it out right on the spot.
First one won't fall. The second one will. So we have our first double-digit lead of the game. Abbott splits the defense, kicks it off to Miller. Miller for three.
And with Brock searching for his five guys that can go up there and ball out, he's got to be looking for some speed to match this KCAL team because everyone that Vernon has on the KCAL team has a great amount of speed.
Nunnally to shoot two for the KCAL. He is from Wyandotte High School. Nunnally sinks both, and Serta will bring it up for the KVL All-Stars. Serta is fouled on the sideline here. And that'll go on McNeil. Miller will drive to the middle, blocked out of bounds.
And that was a big-time block. Coming across and saying, "Nuh-uh, you can't get in here," from Marquise Hall.
Serta will give it off to Vince Esquina. Esquina working in the corner. Now Miller will pull up for three. Can't get it to fall. Hall there for the rebound. Stolen away by the KVL. Miller with the Euro step and left-handed layup goes.
Great job there as he was able to blow by all the KCAL defenders on that fast break.
Put back there by Bass. And once again, the KVL has no presence underneath the basket right now on either end of the court.
And that could be a lack of Patrick Muldoon, the 6'7" senior for Baser Linwood, on this team.
Serta pulls up. He gets it to fall.
And Serta does have a nice looking shot from the games I saw him. You know, it looks exactly the same, and that's what you want from a shooter. You know, his shot looks exactly the same as Ray Allen does in the NBA.
Funky looking layup there by McNeil, but he gets it to go. Now Kenneth Banks for three. That goes. Now 7:45 here left in the first half.
Got a new five coming in for the KVL, and Vernon will just sub in one for the KCAL.
Holiday now with the ball for the KCAL. He will drive, put it up, can't get it to fall. Hall is there for the rebound, and now he'll put it up, won't go. And now a foul is called. It'll go on Trevor Young.
It'll be his fourth team foul for the KVL, and Trevor Young picks up his first there. And keep in mind, this is an all-star game, but the players can foul out. So specifically for the KVL, you want your bigs to stay out of trouble.
Bass drives, kicks it out. Three ball won't go. Rebound underneath for the KCAL. Can't get the reverse layup to go, and now Jordan Guess up ahead will get the layup to go, and all of a sudden it's a 7-point game.
Layup is good there, and if the KVL wants to have a chance at winning this game, they've got to develop some type of big man presence underneath.
Hecht was unable to connect there, and now Bass bringing it the other way for the KCAL. He'll pull the three short. And it'll go out of bounds off of KCAL to the KVL All-Stars.
Also as well, you're trying to wait and see an MVP develop of this game. You crown MVP, that means you're the MVP of the KVL and KCAL leagues in this All-Star game, which would be a very great honor to have.
Nice inside move there by Carl Hecht.
Carl Hecht, too, was the sole big man from Tonganoxie High School. And he did a lot for his high school as well, being one of the senior leaders along with Brady Sweeto.
Now a foul underneath. Will go on Trevor Young. It's his second foul.
Vernon is about ready to roll 2 subs in for the KCAL. Get some fresh legs in there.
Harrison sinks the first free throw for the KCAL as he looks to extend the lead to 10 on this free throw here. He connects, and with 5:41, it's a 10-point lead for the KCAL.
And the Kaw Valley League has to establish anything with almost 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Sweeto can't get the runner to go, and now the KCAL will run back the other way. Drive inside, kick out to Holiday, goes out of bounds. And now Trayvon Jones will bring it up for the KVL. Go inside to Trevor Young. Young tries to find Hecht. Now Trayvon Jones will pull it out for the KVL. Jordan Guess with the nice move. Finds Carl Hecht underneath.
Great job there by Guess with the handles, then being able to dish it off there. As the KVL seems to be coming together somewhat.
Now nice pass by Hecht. Guess with the dunk for the KVL.
We have our first dunk of the night by Jordan Guess as he is putting this team on his back.
Now the KCAL stepped over the line as they were inbounding the pass. So it'll go back to the KVL.
And man, how the tides are turning right now. As Sweeto's three is good, and that is exactly what he has done all year for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. When they need momentum, he gives it to them. And right now, the KVL is able to speed up the KCAL. That foul will go on Carl Hecht of the KVL. As Brox is about ready to roll 5 new players in, as the last 5 were able to do a great job of getting them back into the game as they find themselves only down by 3.
Holiday at the line for KCAL, misses the first. Misses the second as well, and Esquina is there for the rebound for the KVL. Esquina for 3, won't go. Miller there for the rebound, can't put it back. The KCAL will bring the ball back down to the other end of the court. KCAL slows things down here.
And wisely, too.
Drive, he lost the handle. Now Miller gets that layup to go. A little bit of Rajon Rondo fake behind the back pass.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And now the KVL is only down by 1. Driving in the middle lane, won't go. Esquina there for the rebound. Now Serta spins, is fouled hard. And he will go to the line to shoot 2.
And now you see what happens when the KVL boys All-Stars team is able to utilize their speed. That's basically what's got them back into this game before the half. Next, the back end of that one. The score is all tied up now, 38-38. From one was a deficit of, I believe, 11 points. 12, excuse me.
Esquina lost the handle. And ball went off of the KCAL. So we'll go back to the KVL. And Banks loses the handle.
That's going to back to about probably first grade fundamentals of basketball there. But then again, he's probably worried about turning around trying to get a dunk.
Now a foul underneath. So we'll go on Anthony Serta.
First one will not go, and free throws are becoming extremely important now. Every time you go to the line, you need to capitalize off of it because it appears this will be a very close game down to the wire.
Nunnally splits the pair. It looks like the KCAL has gone into a 3-force pickup on defense. Try to force some turnovers as they do there.
Right now, we have 2 turnovers that the KVL cannot afford going into the half.
Abbott knocked the ball out of bounds, so it'll stay with the KCAL. Nunnally thought about the three, passed it up, drives in the middle lane, spins, gets the fadeaway shot to go. That was impressive.
Very impressive as well, and it speaks volume about his athleticism.
Darnell Miller now with the ball for the KVL. Gets stolen away by Bass, and then Bass will be fouled by Abbott.
Second personal foul committed by number 1, Christian Abbott. Shooting 2 free throws, number 2, Theo Bass.
Theo Bass has to take advantage of these free throws, as I said earlier. First one will not go. But the second one will, so we have the KCAL above the KVL by 4 points with 1:30 remaining in the first half.
Esquina underneath. We'll kick it out to Abbott. Now over to Miller. Back to Abbott. Abbott will pull the trigger. Gets a shooter's roll.
And you have the three-point contest champion showing off a little bit on why he has the crown.
Nunnally now drives into the middle of the lane. Is fouled. One-and-one opportunity for KCAL won't go. Now Miller gives it off to Serta. Serta blocked.
What a block that was. Sends Serta flying.
Now Bass tries to kick it off, and it's stolen. Serta once again, but this time he's fouled.
Big time play there, though. He's able to save the KVO there from being able to take the lead with 43 seconds remaining in the first half.
Serta sinks the first, so we're all tied up at 42, looking to take the lead right here before halftime. And this is the KVL's first lead since early on in this ball game. Bass with the floater for the KCAL, won't go. And it looks like Harrison stepped out of bounds. Banks takes the three, won't go. Nunnally there for the rebound. He goes coast to coast but can't finish. Now up to Banks. Banks drives. Gets a layup to go. And at halftime, the KVL leads 45-42.
We'd also like to take this time to thank our sponsors, Legends Toyota, Dustin and Anna Zeck, who sponsored the three-point contest, Gorilla Exteriors Contracting, who sponsored the dunk contest, Serenity Counseling and Wellness Center, and to all the silent donors that always support SHUKC, thank you. We will see you at the beginning of the second half of the 2015 SHUKC Boys All-Star Game. Welcome back to the 2015 SHUKC Boys All-Star Game. We had a very first close half with the KVL leading the KCAL 45-42.
Right away, three-point basket goes for McNeil. And we're all tied up right away. Guess we'll give it off to his Piper teammate Jones. Now, Trevor Young working underneath will be called for a travel.
That is Young's second travel call of the night. David Brox did go with a different starting lineup as he has his second five in there for the KVL All-Stars.
McNeil couldn't get that one to go, and now Guess will bring it up for the KVL as Hecht banks in a long two. Bass with the step back. Won't get it to fall, but the putback is there. For Chambers, I believe. Sweeto now gives it off to Guess. Guess with the long three is fouled. So he'll be at the line to shoot three.
Free throws are going to be extremely, extremely important right now. Guess look to make all three of these.
Guess unable to sink the first of three.
Broke again with the second one. But he gets the third to go.
Two-point go will go.
That was good by William Jefferson of Washington High School.
Bass will give it off. And unselfishly, McNeil gives it off to Harrison for the nice basket underneath.
And the KCL has been able to do that all night. Just drive it down, pass it off, and get a nice easy layup. I said three is good there for Guess from Piper High School. And none of these teams really want to pull ahead, and none of these teams really want to fall away.
Jump ball called. It'll go to the Call Valley League. Guess now with the ball for the KVL will use Carl Hecht's screen, give it off to Trayvon Jones. Now Sweeto with the long three doesn't go. Travel is called here on McNeil. Sweeto will go inside to Young. Young lost the handle, but it was deflected out of bounds by the KCAL, so it'll stay with the KVL.
The three is good by Brady Sweeto with the fadeaway, with the defender in his face, and it's a very impressive shot.
McNeil drives with nice pass underneath the hole. No look pass. Wow.
Also talk about the dunk as well. His head was almost above the rim there as he was able to bring it down.
Hecht answers back on the other end for the KVL. Now Bass with the step back. Gets it to fall.
And once again, we just have a back and forth game between the KCL and the KVL All-Stars right now.
Brady Sweeto for three once again.
And Sweeto, like I've been saying, he is dangerous from three-point land.
Bass will kick it off. Now back to Bass. McNeil for the long three, won't go. Now up ahead to Sweeto. Tried to go at the runner there. Didn't go.
It appears as Brox is going to go back to his five-man rotation to see if that works for him.
Trevor Young can't get it to go. Might have been deflected there a little bit by Hall, and now Jones can't get it to go after the steal. Harrison gets that one to go, and David Brox will bring in his second platoon here to start the second half.
Miller is unable to connect from three-point land.
Now Serta will take a long two that won't go.
And this five was the starting five for the KVL that's in right now.
Bass with the long two won't go. Kenneth Banks there for the rebound, and the KVL All-Stars will push. Esquina fouled and one.
And it's also something to think about as well. How different would the KVL team would be if they did have Brendan Donaldson, if they did have Pat Muldoon? It'd just be another interesting type of game. Not to say that this is interesting, to say the very least.
Throws it up. A little bit of a botched alley-oop there, but it rolled in for Harrison. And the KVL lead is now 2. Esquina drives, kicks it out to Banks. Banks for three.
The KVL has a 6-point lead. Or excuse me, 5.
Now Serta with the steal. Miller thought about the three, passed it up, and will take it. Won't go. Now up ahead.
Now that's Esquina's second personal foul, and you don't like Esquina getting a foul since he is their best player. But another thing to consider is the KCL has not been very good from the free throw line tonight. But of course, as I'm saying that, they make their front end right there to prove me wrong.
Holiday gets both to go for the KCAL, and it's a 3-point ball game here with 13:25 left to go in the second half, and we have a foul underneath. It'll go on Chambers.
Lacerda seems to be automatic from the free throw line so far tonight.
Nunnally brings it up for the KCAL. He's fouled.
Third personal foul committed by number 10, Vince Skin. Second team foul in the half.
First goes.
And now Esquina is called for another foul, and that's his fourth. So
His teammate Guess will replace him.
Rainey is at the line for the KCAL. Rainey is from Sumner Academy. Gets the rebound there and the putback, so now we're all tied up at 65. Banks was fouled by Chambers. So now Banks will be at the line to shoot two.
Keep in mind that this game is for KCAL and KVL bragging rights. Team that wins gets the honor of saying that.
Banks split the pair, so now the KVL has a 1-point lead. Nunnally now will take the shot and get it to go. Gets it to go. So now back and forth. KCAL has the lead. Guess for three. Can't get it to fall. Nunnally is there for the rebound for the KCAL. Abbott almost got the steal, and now a little bit of mayhem here at the end, and Holiday gets the layup to go. Banks for three.
Banks is doing more damage outside than he's doing inside in the paint right now for the KVL, and it is working tremendously.
Nunnally gets the layup to go. So now
Timeout for subs here.
everybody's starting to heat up here as we edge toward the end of the second half.
Let's see if this second squad for the KVL is able to regain them the lead.
Guess we'll give it off to Young. Now back to Guess.
Personal foul committed by number 5, James McNeil, his second personal.
It looks like McNeil might have got a little bit of a bloody lip there, so he'll get subbed out. Young underneath will kick it back out to Jones. Jones for three, fouled. So he'll be at the line to shoot three.
Would have been nice to see that go down for the KVL. See if Jones can capitalize off the penalty. The foul, excuse me. I don't know why I said penalty. Thinking about football right now. Jones so far is 2 for 2.
Jones sinks all three to regain the lead for the KVL. Nunnally backing down Jones, and he's called for the travel.
We are still waiting for an MVP candidate to emerge from either squad. And as I like to say, big players show up in big games, and I don't think a game can get any bigger than this in terms of talent-wise. These seniors are playing their last game of high school basketball ever, and they intend to leave it all on the floor tonight.
And now McNeil will pick up another foul.
Third personal foul committed by number 5, James McNeil.
Now Trayvon Jones will be at the line for a one-on-one opportunity. Can't get the front end to go, and Nunnally will bring it up the court for the KCAL. Bass for 3 and the lead. And Jones will give it off to Banks. Banks over to Sweeto. Young drives, tries to go with the verse. It's knocked out of bounds by the KCAL, so it'll stay with the KVL. Banks finds Sweeto. Sweeto can't get the fadeaway to go. Young is there for the rebound and putback.
Would like to see Sweeto set up there and take a bank shot, as the fadeaway is kind of his trademark, though.
3 ball goes for Holiday from Harmon High School. Now Carl Hecht gets that to go, as the lead is now 2 for the KVL. Holiday again. Won't go. Nunnally there for the rebound. Now Bass will take the 3. Short. The Holiday was there to clean up the glass. And with 9:20 left here in the third quarter, we're all tied up at 70. Excuse me, second half, we're all tied up at 76. Sweeto had the ball knocked away. Now Nunnally will bring it up for KCAL. Nice pass.
And you could feel that dunk all the way up in the stands. That's a huge momentum boost for this KCAL squad.
Now McNeil for 3. Won't go. Banks there for the nice rebound. Banks out to Sweeto. Now will go inside to Trevor Young. Young will back down the smaller Bass, and he's blocked away. Now James McNeil up ahead will go into Hex. He's fouled and 1.
Very, very, very smart play there. Picking up the foul and getting the layup for an and 1 opportunity, as Brox will throw his second 5 in there. And he is sticking to his 5 rotation, as he drifted away from that in the first half. As this 5, he seemed to found 2 groups of 5 that work well with each other. And they are able to capitalize on the and 1 opportunity. And the KCAL is now up by 5 with 8:30 remaining in the second half of the 2015 SHUKC Boys All-Star Game.
Abbott with the ball now for the KVL All-Stars. Miller can't get the baseline jumper to go. Bass will bring it the other way for the KCAL. He'll go coast to coast and get the layup to go. It's now a 7-point lead for the KCAL. Esquina for three. Won't go. Miller there for the rebound. Fouled and one.
Miller was almost close to getting a travel call on the play as well, but it is not, and he gets called for a foul, and he will have an opportunity to capitalize on this and one. And he will get it, and that brings the KVL only to trail by 4.
Nunnally for three. Starting to heat up here from beyond the arc. Esquina for three. Long. Now Bass will give it off to Rainey. Rainey gets it to go.
And Brox, well, excuse me, we have a substitution timeout, not a regular timeout. But Brox will call a timeout to try to settle his team down with 7:30 remaining as the KVO trails by 9. And right now, Casey, you're seeing the KCAL speed really taking over, and they're lights out shooting, and they're making a lot less mistakes than the KVL has been. To the short timeout, it will be the KVL's ball.
Anthony Serta now with the ball for the KVL. Will dribble it out and give it to Esquina. Esquina will drive baseline. Over to Guest for three. Can't get it to go. Miller there with the nice rebound. Now we have a loose ball on the floor, and it's knocked out of bounds by the KCAL, so it'll stay with the KVL. Inbound goes to Miller. Miller drives to the middle of the lane, gets the bank shot to go. See if that'll ignite a spark here for the KVL team. Nunnally over to Bass. Bass dancing around, drives baseline, gets the layup to go. Miller once again can't get it to go. Esquina there underneath. He gets that to go. That'll go out of bounds off Esquina, so it'll stay with the KCAL.
This game is heating up as we have 6:20 remaining.
Foul will go on Christian Abbott. It's his third foul. Bass drives, is fouled. Goes on Esquina, and that's his 5th foul. So he is fouled out of the ball game. Kenneth Banks will check in for him.
That is a huge, huge loss for this KVL team, as Esquina always seems to hit the three when the moment is right and always seems to make the big play.
Holiday unable to get the three to go. Abbott there for the rebound. Now Anthony Serta will step back and take the three. Short.
That's
Now-
not exactly what the KVL team needed right there on that possession.
Bass goes coast to coast and gets a layup to go to extend the KCAL lead to 9. Now Guess for three. Won't go. Bass with the rebound once again. Bass once again gets a layup to go. And that extends the KCAL lead to 11 as David Brox will bring in the rest of his second platoon here. Heck will go down low to Young. Young unable to get the layup to go. Now Theo Bass brings it up once again for the KCAL All-Stars. He takes the three.
And that three is good from Jimmer Fredette range.
Banks is fouled. He'll be going to the line to shoot two. Here, 4:55 left in the second half. The KVL All-Stars trail the KCAL All-Stars by 14.
And the KVL needs to get something going, as we have a little less than 5 minutes remaining in the second half of the All-Star game.
Holiday drives. Now Nunnally in the corner. He pulls up. Can't get it to go. Rebound there for the KCAL. And now Holiday will drive again. Up and under, won't go. It'll go out of bounds off of Holiday. So it'll stay at the KVL. Sweeto gives it off to Heck now. Kenneth Banks for three. Won't go. Heck there for the rebound. And Heck will get the fadeaway shot to go. So now the KVL has cut it back down to 10. Nunnally can't get it to go. Trevor Young there for the rebound. Kenneth Banks under heavy pressure spins out of it, and knocked out of bounds off of the KCAL. It'll stay with the KVL. Sweeto for three off the inbound. Can't get it to go. Heck there for the rebound. Heck tried for the right hook but was blocked. And now Kenneth Banks will be called for the foul.
Second personal foul committed by number 4, Kenneth Banks. 17 foul.
First down is good, and free throws are huge, especially with the game winding down, just to further their lead over the KVL.
Trayvon Jones lost the handle on the ball, and now Nunnally gets the layup to go. It's now 101 to 87 in favor of the KCAL. Sweeto gives it off to Banks. Banks drives, is blocked. And now a steal by Trevor Young. Young gives it off to Sweeto. Sweeto takes the two. He gets that to fall.
The score is 101-89 right now as the KCAL broke the 100 mark with that last possession. As the three is good, and there will be a substitution timeout. The three was good by Robert Holiday.
Abbott throws it out of bounds. Bass will bring it up for the KCAL Stars. Here, under 2:30 to play in the second half. Three will go. For McNeil. Jordan Guest for three won't go. Serta there for the putback.
This game appears to be winding down, which leads you to the conclusion of who's going to be the MVP. As a nice move there. The three will not go, but the move got the crowd into it. And this game is all but over.
Miller up ahead, blocked, but he was fouled. Miller sinks the first.
Vernon's having a little chat with this team as he tries to go one-on-one on the day. As it appears, Brox and Vernon will split in this series. Brox winning the girls all-star game, and Vernon is about ready to win the boys all-star game.
Bass drives with the reverse layup, won't go. Hall there for the rebound, and Hall gets the layup to go. So it's now 109-93 KCAL. Abbott off to Serta for three. That'll go. Now a 13-point lead for the KCAL. Ball was knocked out of bounds by Kenneth Banks. Rainey off the inbound pass. Miller underneath to Guess. Nice pass by Guess. And Banks gets a little poster there. Now Hall goes with the layup. He gets that to fall. Miller blocked here, now under 5 seconds to go.
Buzzer beater layup there, and that will wrap up the conclusion of the 2015 SHUKC Boys All-Star Game. The KCAL defeats the the KCAL defeats the KVL 115-98. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, I'm Zach Fisher.
I'm Casey Jones.
We'll see you next time.